All right, so the 8-year-old from the Matsui Distillery in the whiskey series that we had for our tasting night for Northside Whiskey Social. So again, if you are from Brisbane and you're interested in coming along to any of our whiskey tasting nights, we hold them in Sandgate, and yeah, look up Northside Whiskey Social on Facebook. So this is the 8-year-old, and this one, I'll tell you right now, if you're trying to get quickly to the end of it, this one was a bit of a winner for the group, for the price, but also compared to some of the other ones. So the whiskey is aged in white oak ex-bourbon barrels for over 8 years, removing any unpleasant flavors and causing the whiskey to become ripe and complex in flavor. The malt aromas and sweet, refreshing fruit notes remind one of the pale golden and dry orange colors. The palate is sweet and stands out with a fragrance of vanilla and nuts. The mouthfeel is very soft. Fresh groundwater from the wilderness of the Tottori Prefecture is a blessing from the earth and is used to bring the whiskey to proof. It is very tasty, mellow characteristics of whiskey, deserving the name of the city of water and green. Each bottle is crafted with love in an environment with lots of nature and little population. Perfect for making the whiskey. Now, the Tottori area or prefecture, I believe, is one of the smallest prefectures in Japan, located near a mountain, or one of the big mountains. And as I mentioned on the last video, the water comes and is filtered through volcanic rock. So pretty cool. I kind of like that. This one here, as I said, I've already had it, so I already know where I'm going with it. You've got a little bit of berry on that and a little bit of toffee as well. Does have a small kind of white wine note to it. And again, is that something to do with the fact that it's coming from a sake brewery? I'm not too sure. And again, this is an 8-year-old bottle of whiskey, but more than likely, majority of this is not Japanese whiskey again. This is, again, it's a blended, more than likely, most of it has been imported. So, this one actually lingers in the mouth a little bit longer. It's very light. Has a bit of that orange taste to it, or orange peel as they described it. But it sits in the palate and sits in the tongue a little bit longer than what some of the other ones were. This is not a bad whiskey. It's about $150. I've seen it up to $200. I don't think it's worth I don't think it's worth $200. Do I think it's worth $150? I think if you could find it on special a little bit cheaper, it's probably a decent Japanese whiskey. But again, it's probably not giving me enough to really fall in love with it for me to go out and buy it and have a bottle in the cabinet again. And I'll be fair, I won't be buying another one of these to have in the cabinet. So that might help out a little bit there. But we are starting to get a little bit more to those characteristics of a Japanese whiskey. A little bit lighter, a little bit more floral, a little bit easier to kind of have on the mouth without anything of it too much being too spicy. So again, probably not a winner for me, but again, if you want to try it, you know where to get it.